Hall said that Pitzenbarger's descent into the firefight was the most unselfish and courageous act I've ever witnessed. I think of him often now, he added. That thing never leaves my mind totally. He didn't actually give up his life for guys on the ground that he did. Oh, he did actually give up his life for guys on the ground that he didn't even know. And he didn't have to be there. I know he made the conscious decision to stay there. Salem said that Pitzenbarger had volunteered to go to the ground because the soldiers were having trouble putting a wounded man into the wire basket to be lifted out. The helicopter pilot recalled telling Pitzenbarger that he could leave the chopper only if he agreed that, when given the signal, he would return to the aircraft. As we were getting in that position, I said, "Pitts, it's hotter than hell down there. Do you want to go down?" He said, "Yes, sir. I know I can really help out." He made a hell of a difference. Okay, that's his words, not mine. All right. We ended up getting 9 more out after he got on the ground. He is the bravest person I had ever seen, Salem said. Near dusk, as the VC launched another assault, Pitzenbarger fought back with an M16. Then, Navarro said he saw him get hit several times as he made his way toward what Navarro thought was another wounded man. Pitzenbarger was shot 4 times, once between the eyes, and died on the spot. The next day, one of Pitzenbarger's best friends, Henry J. O'Byrne of Huntsville, Alabama, a former Air Force pararescue who had served with him and been his bunkie, recovered his body. He was an ordinary man who did extraordinary things, said O'Byrne. The man called Pitts by his friend was born and raised in Piqua, a blue-collar town of 22,000 on the Great Miami River in west central Ohio, about 30 miles north of Dayton. Pitzenbarger was an only child. His father, Frank Pitzenbarger, said that his son had never been afraid of anything. His friends remembered him as an adventurous youngster who would climb to the highest tree and scale the tallest building. Every conflict we've ever had in this land has had its share of casualties, both of sons and daughters, lost often due to the unusual bravery they displayed in the midst of combat. Every once in a while, during those conflicts, something happens. A soldier does something which is so out of the ordinary that Congress acknowledges that person's efforts by awarding them the Medal of Honor. This medal is presented to someone who distinguishes himself by gallantry at the risk of life and above and beyond the call of duty. The deed performed must have been one of self-sacrifice, so conspicuous as to clearly distinguish the individual above his comrades, and must have involved risk of life. More often than not, these individual sacrifices themselves for the greater good of others, and that Medal of Honor is awarded posthumously. There are many, many such stories, but the picture is clear. Many men and women have put their lives in extreme danger for their comrades in arms, and in some cases gave their lives in order that others might live. It seems in every war, in every battle, almost without exception, such heroism of actions occur. Sometimes from individuals you would expect at the least. I have no doubt that each time, in the days and weeks that followed, the recipients of such unselfish cut